What's up, DC Nation? We're back with another video, and starting with this video, I'll be doing a 12 video series explaining each and every issue of the biggest DC Comics event in history, Crisis on Infinite Earths. So, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe because I release great content every day that you don't want to miss. And if you end up liking the video, give it a thumbs up. Alright guys, let's dive into issue number 1. So, before I actually get into the issue, I got some set for you guys. So, at this time, 1985, when Crisis on Infinite Earths came out, Marv Wolfman thought, alright, the sales on DC Comics aren't doing so good. It's actually struggling. So, the comics that are doing really good, yes, they're doing great in sales, but those are only a couple. A lot of the other ones are doing bad in sales. So, Marv Wolfman thought, let's stop everything and make everything into a multiverse. So, all these different properties were on other universes. But now, with this Crisis event, they're going to be all combined into one Earth. And by doing this, you can do crossovers, great storylines, and just have more sales with fans. Fans actually like this in the long run. But it took a lot of work on Marv Wolfman's part and George Perez. George Perez is the artist and Marv Wolfman is the writer. So guys, with that setup, let's actually dive into the issue. So guys, the comic starts out with pretty much the creation of the universe. Saying pretty much the multiverse, have all these universes, it's just all spread out. Now next, we get introduced to the very first character in this storyline, Pariah. And guys, if you've been watching the Arrowverse Crisis on Infinite Earths, you guys know that Harrison Wells, or Nash Wells, pretty much unlocked Anti-Matter to be released, and now he has to watch every tragedy and every Earth get destroyed. Now, this is kind of what happens in the comic, alright? So in this first issue, all we find out is that Pariah was pretty much a scientist, and he's pretty much witnessing all these different Earths getting destroyed by the antimatter. So, it's not Harrison Wells, which that was pretty much just made in the Arrowverse Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I thought is a better idea because you have Tom Cavanaugh come back and he does it very well. But in this comic, he's just a single character. He's just not another creation or another version of Harrison Wells. So guys, he witnesses one Earth get destroyed, but he also sees the destruction of Earth 3, which on Earth 3, that's where the crime sync is. And guys, if you know who the crime sync is, you know they're pretty dope. They're pretty much evil versions of the Justice League. Owlman, Ultraman, and Johnny Quick, the Green Lantern, the evil one, the evil Wonder Woman, and they pretty much rule this Earth with like a big foot. Like, they take over everything. And when they see the antimatter, this is like the first time they're actually trying to save the world, not actually take over it. So that's pretty interesting. And on this Earth, Alexander Luthor is the hero. So imagine that, guys. Where we see usually Lex Luthor versus Superman, and it's like villain versus hero. This time, Lex Luthor is actually the hero and Superman is the villain. I really like that. And even better, we see Lex Luthor is actually married to Lois Lane, and they have a kid. And when all, like, the crime syndicate, they get killed, Pariah actually watches them die. And when he shows up to see Alexander Luthor, they send their child off on a spaceship out of this Earth. Just like how Superman and Krypton. So Earth 3's destruction is similar to Krypton. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It starts off the storyline very well. But guys, after that, this comes to the next part in our storyline. So, we don't really meet Monitor yet, but he's pretty much like this overshadowing force. And he sends this girl, Harbinger, who is actually Lila, which, guys, at the time, I thought it was a big twist in the Arrowverse that Lila ended up being Harbinger. But after reading this, I'm like, alright, this actually makes a lot of sense. So I'm surprised nobody actually pointed out or made a theory about it before it actually happened on Arrow. But yeah, guys, she pretty much goes out to recruit different heroes. Well, heroes and villains to save the multiverse. People that the Monitor has chosen. She arrives at Gorilla City on this other Earth where Solvar is. Or Solvar. And guys, we've seen Solvar on The Flash, and this kind of connects the Silver Age Flash to the multiverse. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, she recruits Solvar and then recruits Dawnstar, who's who's a member of the Legion of Superheroes. So that was pretty cool, and she's pretty much like a living tracker. Like, she tracks stuff a lot, and she comes upon Harbinger, and Harbinger recruits her. Now then, Harbinger travels back in time and recruits Firebrand. So Firebrand is this one girl, a part of the All-Star Squadron. Now guys, if you don't know who the All-Star Squadron is, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. So guys, the All-Star Squadron are pretty much the B-list team of the Justice Society of America in the past. So in the past, Justice Society America would be taking down different villains during World War II. But when President Roosevelt calls on them, they don't answer, he assembles his own team of heroes, the All-Star Squadron. And they pretty much can't become the premier superhero team at that time. And Firebrand is one of their famous, like, not leaders, but she has a big important role in their, like, team. So Harbinger recruits her, and she comes a part of the team. Now, after this, it gets kind of trippy, because Harbinger goes to recruit Arion, who is actually the creator of Atlantis. And she gets hit by an unknown force. At this time, we find out that Anti-Monitor is actually controlling Harbinger, just like Monitor is controlling her. So, one side of Harbinger is like, alright, I gotta kill the Monitor and pretty much destroy the multiverse and help the Anti-Monitor, the villain. And the other side is like, I gotta help the Monitor, protect him from the Anti-Monitor, and save the multiverse. So, one side is recruiting heroes for one cause, and one side is recruiting villains for the other cause. So she pretty much then, this is evil Harbinger. She goes Psycho Pirate. So guys, Psycho Pirate is a big deal in this comic and becomes more important down the line. But this is pretty much like his debut in this series. So she recruits him, and when she goes to kill Arion, so she's pretty much trying to save Arion, now she's trying to kill him. But she goes to kill him, and as he's about to die, good Harbinger saves him and recruits them. Now, then she recruits another person, Blue Beetle. And this is good Harbinger, guys, alright? So she recruits him, and then good Harbinger as well recruits Firestorm. And guys, this pretty much displays Psycho Pirate's abilities, because when she shows up, it's pretty much Firestorm is fighting off Killer Frost, and they're like villain versus hero, but then Psycho Pirate changes Killer Frost's mind, so now she loves Firestorm, and they're like a dynamic duo. Now, Firestorm is not very fond about this, even though he thinks she's a little hot. But yeah, she's recruited every single hero that the Mara has pretty much requested. Well, not really every single, but a lot of them. And they all get transported to this satellite. Not the Justice League satellite, but like this golden satellite. And inside, they're pretty much bantering about a bunch of different things. How Firestorm, oh, he doesn't want to be able to kill Frost as much. Oh, Superman from the Justice Society of America from Earth 2 is like, oh, what's going on? Firebrand is confused as well. And we have all these different villains and heroes in the same space wondering what to do. And then they get attacked by the Shadow Demons. Now, the Shadow Demons are evildoers of the Anti-Monitor, and they only show up in, like, dark times. So they're attacking them, these heroes and villains can't defeat them, and the Harbinger finally reappears, alright? And this is good Harbinger, not bad Harbinger. And she reappears, pretty much causes a big ray of light, and the Shadow Demons pretty much go away and flee. Now, at this time, all the heroes are like, what the hell is happening? Like, we're like, okay, you recruited us, we almost got killed, you save us, what's going on? And then the Monitor shows up, and he says, I recruited you all because we all have to save the multiverse or all of us are going to die. And that ends the first issue on a big cliffhanger. So pretty much this first issue was all set up, guys. Pretty much recruiting people. The Monitor's finally revealed. We see the Harbinger is being like have motives for the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor, and we see the introduction of Pariah and the creation of the multiverse. So yeah, guys, it's gonna get more interesting as we go along, but make sure you stay tuned because I'll have part 2 or issue number 2 up tomorrow, so be prepared for that. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, bro, subscribe to the channel because I have great content every day that you don't want to miss. Alright, guys, that's the video, and peace out.